Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming. I wanted to do a video for The Walking Dead Road to Survival, and this is Telltale Part 3, Act 3, stages number 5 and 6. These are both walker stages. We are winding down to the end of this event, so bring your crit characters, bring your crit weapons, bring your sharpshooters, your bloody shirts. You can definitely use a melee team for this because there's no obstacles to slow you down, so if you do that, bring your nitric oxide. So I'm going to do a couple things here. One, I want to talk about a gameplay issue that I've had. So I think the game recently changed a little bit with buffs. I'm almost positive that, here's an example. So Rick or any other character cast a buff that gives additional crit. And let's say it lasts for 3 turns. And then you cast, I think it's 2 turns. So then you cast Sharpshooter. So Sharpshooter used to stack as far as, I'll have to go back and watch some previous videos, but I'm pretty sure that if the buff hadn't completely fell off, Sharpshooter would just carry it over and have the overriding effect. Well, now it's falling off immediately when the first buff falls off. So it just happened there. I'll show you guys again when I do this. I don't know if it was late at night and I was just casting Adrenaline Rush and didn't wait for it to fall all the way off. You know, maybe I was just playing stupid for one. But if you guys are doing this, it could be some of the reason why a lot of you guys are not getting your crit all the way through and buffs are falling off too early. So just pay attention to it. Here you'll see it. I've still got the crit effect. I cast Sharpshooter and watch what happens. 1 turn later, when the first buff falls off, the second Sharpshooter that's supposed to last for 3 turns is falling off. So don't make the same mistake that I made multiple times in this. And it's probably with other characters, not just Rick's Adrenaline Rush. So it would affect everyone. Here we are moving on to wave number 5. So wave number 5, we got walkers left and right side. Here you can see I got the buff and I cast Sharpshooter and they both fall off again. So I did this multiple times. As I said before, it must have been really late because usually I don't even notice it happening. So let's move on to the 6th and final wave. So in the 6th wave, we've got 13 walkers left and right side. And you can see this time I wait for the first buff to all the way fall off. Coming up, let's use Amy's headshot. And when it falls off there, then I can go ahead and cast it. And then because there's only one buff, then I got the full effect of the Sharpshooter. So if you guys know the answer to this, you know, maybe I've been doing it wrong all along, but I could have sworn that it always stacked and just carried over until you finished it. So I don't know if it's a recent change with the game or just something that I just now noticed because I was not critting at all in that level. So it kind of stood out. So Kenny said there's a lot of walkers, and Lee says, keep moving. You okay? And yeah, for now. And let's get back to the others. And he says, yeah, hell yeah. I don't know if that's the way Kenny sounds. Does Kenny talk in the Telltale games? Let me know if that's the way Kenny's voice sounds before I download it and start playing it. So he looks like he would sound like that. He looks like he'd say, yeah, hell yeah, something like that. But anyway. All right, so moving on. Wave number 2. And you see with this one, I time my sharpshooters much better and my adrenaline rush a little bit better. So I'm getting a lot of crits. And we're just smoking through this stuff. So moving on to wave number 3. But we did get a lot more crits in this round anyway. I mean, just starting out the rounds, we actually led in with crits. And I don't have any buffs right now, but we're just cranking these walkers. So for whatever reason, the zombies, they fell a lot quicker in stage 6 than they did in stage 5. So, and I know the health doesn't really matter. It's just whether you crit or whether you don't crit. But still, 6 was a much, much easier wave for me than 5 was. So moving on to wave number 5. And still got that crit buff carry over. So nice 5 walkers in the first round, 9 walkers after 2 rounds. And we didn't really have to use any items at all here. So the 14th and final walker, no problem. So the 6th and final wave, we're going to go ahead and turn the tides, and we start out with 4 headshots right after that. So pretty easy stuff here to get through this. 16 walkers, but none of them are really fast moving, so we got through it relatively easy. So thanks everyone for watching. This is stage 5 and stage 6. I'll have the last 2 up for you guys tonight. Appreciate all the comments, all the views. Check out some other videos, and look forward to doing some videos for you guys soon. Peace.